Your Honors, Mr. President, and Malkai, and I'm sorry. Malkai. Melech Gatavas Melech Hashem Daniero. Adon, and I'm sorry. You're asking me to do this. I have the LG which I recorded with. It's firmware, it's not Android. And I have this video that I just put it because if I have it, where my micro SD? Where have I putting it? I don't remember. Give me just a moment, for a moment. Yes, exactly, I just transferred it into my micro SD that I were using for the making transference of data and files. If you want a little bit, I recorded it with exactly this. Firmware doesn't have touch screen and only 78 megabytes cache or capacity in storage, which is on division 4 between photos, videos, what is the system and application, which is LG for this firmware. So suddenly, it's a very notorious reality that at the requestment of Eladon, your runners and states bodies, especially Gov.il and Gov.us, I put a SIM in. So this LG 2 megapixels on this format, which is tiny, because in case no other format I've used, recording on this micro SD, which is supposedly a right to Policía Federal Argentina, the same this firmware and the Android I'm using now, which is exactly Samsung Galaxy Chat that I had since my mother just bought it to me. Like a kid. Complemento Flores store. The Crucial, Gendarmería Nacional Argentina, Inteligencia Militar Argentina, Ejército Argentino, Armada Argentina, Fuerzas Armadas Argentinas, Inteligencia, Antiterrorismo, Antiterrorismo Virtual, Informático, Ministerio de Seguridad de la Nación, con Evangelistas Unidos, con Macri, which start to paying what license office sent I to head for expecting Macri, criminal, sick one, which starts to make ensue, saying that I misrespected him and made them muchness against evangelicals as well, and the whole of the government of the land, the whole of the world too, which supposedly I will have to take medications and being internated, because if I will be a very dangerous one. The money that license office New York and also Jerusalem sent, delivered into the payment for the damages I will cost against Senators Kirchner's government, and Evangelics United, for they have just the primas, the prime payment for the whole that I will ever have to pay them, because if I will delay her. And the negligence of the family to F-word and kill because of wouldn't make me take medications for the damages to not cause being done for the law of Kirchner's of the land. All damages gotta be paid, and also with the life and with the existence and whatever to be worthy of the person is endorsed by the same government of Argentina. Forgive me the way I express, but it's exactly the view that is also so element for the quote of the I want to kill them at last. Use this to change scripts engines system and reinitiated 5 times my Android system after and while I just put the video, uploaded it with the photos that your honors, especially Melech and Eladon, requested I do in that 36 bus liner while coming last night to this place after trying to get the carcassa, the body, the shield, the case of the laptop Acer which I didn't get, on the place that I were requested to come, and the reality of I just came here and I fell asleep until 3 a.m. that I were doing something which Eladon and Melech asked me to do. And the clear fact of this, I will be rubbing this video too, and taking this, but destroying and reinitiating, switching with a dust non-responsive or unresponsive, making the switch on, switch off of the whole of the registers and systems and PMTMC over my Android to saying, lo hicimos nosotros, esto no se permita, nos robó, lo hackeó y seguro tiene en su casa, tenemos que entrar y registrar. Impound orders to getting inside the houses of the whole of the Jews because of they will keep me and put it in my system, in my accounts because of I wouldn't be found here, but in jail or internated, and keeps on making the same all. The whole Gendarmería Nacional, all, perros degenerados de Sodoma y Gomorra, everyone. The whole perro degenerado de Sodoma y Gomorra, Kirchner. The whole perro degenerado Argentino associated. In the whole. Universities, schools, high schools, ministries, governmental, pretended to be city halls, provincials, cities, city halls, DMIC, for what it is communities, for what it is anyone associated, and the goddamn sickness that generates of Macri with the pardon of few, at the risk of being murdered and switched, gestalt. Enterrada degenerada evangelista Argentina, whole but the few at the list of unbelieving. And keeps on making the same whole, perro degenerado tribunales Argentina, but the number I said. And the rest all, perro degenerado forense y criminólogo creído de Argentina, but the few number, 4. And Borda Vial Piñeiro and every perro degenerado making the same. Los robó, ¿no ves? La policía tiene la razón y los expertos. Lo ponen y bueno, pero son el gobierno. ¿Por qué se pueden hacer cosas que no tiene capacidad? Reality for this, I wouldn't take medication. And I were not allowed to be or do. And everything will be, because if I wouldn't do what evangelicals said I would do, and the government told me, Policía Federal Argentina, don't you see, and he has denial because of he's a psycho, and also lies all the time, and has problems with drugs, lies all the time and robs to get him what needs. And everything will be robbed, and keeps on making the same. And I said the whole tierra de mierda muerta, with the pardon of the victims to put him out. Ain't nothing else to discuss. Is exactly this. Tierra enfiebrada de mierda, no para. And everything will be just forgotten. And everyone will keep with their lives. And everybody will be dead and suicide, unpaid, because of we have regretted law for the bill word and the law act. And we cannot be killed because of the government. We know what we do. It's a national land home or homeland. Oh my God, local law. You cannot say the Chinese respect. Can work for everybody. And human rights existence says we didn't do it, but everything's okay. Don't you worry. They can regret it. For they keep on killing everybody. For keeping the word. And saying that they have rights of ethnics and silence and state for. With evangelista de mierda telling that they has to save Lucifer. And the whole perro criminal de cuarto abominado, which has the will and the conscience to make it what they've done to me and to us, and keeps on making with this, write the video on the photos, return it all, to torture hunting, get the car from a big hamada, rape, murder, and take what they just got to have. And no one stops. And this riot will be, it's medication, don't you see story the cycle, doesn't know what it says. Uncomparable for no law, no bench, and no testimony, but I have to pay them for damages. Keeps everything, no one stops. Over me. Ferma pleki mażres pachlach, ależ fasim, leimo brech bachal bechlakimin, and perro degenerado trying to emulatable switching and saying that they are doing an M-CPO. Forgive me this in the violence. I can no more. No patience,
and nothing to tolerate, ever.
Gelforgama plechman chalchalikim, boblevi rebefochlevis faslevisha. 9,004 families in the focus to be kidnapped now for rape and murder because of I will rob the video. And this is not killed of International Court of Justice, no liaison office, no International Criminal Court, less government of Israel, neither Gov-US, and neither states parties or justice parties. This is exactly the ones that obstructs for execution for capital sentence. No matter the number. Enough with this. It's not only with Jewish, it's with everybody. Especially to me. And if I will be the demon that casts this, show me, because if I never know such a disgracing, brazen shit as the size and the magnitude these Thurs deliver are effective in organizing the evangelistas delirantes perras nazi, the Sodoma, they will be the official of God, and of them nothing to find. Robbing back tether job and the generations and sending less humanity be done to saying that has right to take in the bless of the Jewish and Israel. Now, I'm sorry for this. Let's bring in articly enough. You need a brief elemental reality. I just done, and this is going to be the same for. Ain't no difference. Nobody stops here. Enough with this to me, and enough for the real with everything. No changes. Weist keeps on making the same. No time up and nothing to discuss. This gotta be over. Whoever makes opposition on the whatever argument is accomplice, and this is over. This shit of a land can understand what is not allowed, not permission for, and not endorsed, and nothing to. Argumenting for no class of a shit in the brain that has to say that has rights to be or do. It's over. Please ask you and forgive me the enough to me. Just a little bit, which is not going to be so no useful at all. By my Latis lekifier, light semi and light if I look, rish ledins my thoughts sleep. I'll like a prayer, I'll have a time at light, see it says, Lord said, what am I? Slats not lies, not cry, no lights, not lights, Snart hörs med mot silently, våra snart mais let's say ski. Telling enough and forgive me for the violence. It is is not with you, Your Honor, Mr. President. Okay,
I'm sorry. This goddamn sickness gotta be over. And I do not tolerate, never have and won't.
I have been awaiting for this to be in orders, and of the order
To be justice, not supersede about to killing places for this to be.
I didn't have the date and hour in orders because of seamless sometimes defaults and comes to the beginning at the product it were done for the register system. But in the video I said the date and the hour, I just recorded it. The same now, this Thursday, the 14th April 2016, which already past noon. This in my address that I also slept is for about 13:50 at Buenos Aires. Forgive me please again, I say enough and again. HTTPS www.dbidmt dbmcmt f3 f5535158 ddittm fdtlag 5352 8189. Belkliga Marrebehuat Belvespasemi, Your Honors. Supposedly these degenerados will be working with International Court of Justice and International Criminal Court and Liaison Office, making what they said I am not endorsed, and who called me for, and who told me that I can do, and who will be I but them, Sodom y Gomorra, making what never does, except for degenerado querido de Aníbal Fernández, por el degenerado Aníbal Fernández primero, with different prints, saying that it is Liaison Office and International Court of Justice, and God, I try to say for everybody, and also to me, perro de cuarto de Sodoma. Forgive me please the violence. I cannot forge. Android this doesn't have capacity for putting no application on 500 megabytes for making video edit shit, like a film further edition, assembling and switching, and no scripts cannot lie. Except for what this perros degenerados, abominables, viciados, atrofiados, Fuerzas Armadas Argentinas, el Ministerio de Seguridad y de Defensa de esta maldita degenerada tierra, que no son más que víboras y criminales. Thurs to do another day. For and kill. My people and saying and delivering they are going to be me, with delirantes perras evangelistas y kirchners. And now associated Macri with them team, Sodom y Gomorra. Before the victims, enough to me.